So when you look at Putin's leadership of Russia, what grade would you give him for the last 25 years? An A?
As an imperial statesman, he has to get 10 out of 10 because he did this rebuilding and reconstruction without war. And the only fighting there was Chechnya war, and he couldn't take the casualties, of course, and so withdrew and handed over Chechnya to the Chechen bandit and kleptocrat and oppressor Kadyrov, who runs it on contract for the Russians. So, as an imperial statesman, 100%. As a ruler that maximizes the talents of the Russian people, very low, very low. In fact, the, the, the mere fact that Russia depends for its GDP, for its economy, on oil and gas, as if it was a sheikdom, as if it was, Abu Bubi or Bubu Chuchi, is because the brains, education, enterprise of the Russian people are completely suppressed by a kleptocratic system. A complete kleptocratic. You want to start a company making shirts, the tax collectors descend on you. And in other words, Russia would benefit a lot from having Italian technical advice provided by the mafia in Sicily to teach them how to take the money without crushing the enterprise. Because they crush the enterprise. They don't know what is the proper take.
Right.
And when you try and complain, and let's say that substantially you have a relative who knows how to get to Putin, they say it's a waste of time because he's the head of the system. So Putin is the emperor. He's the head of the system.
But not a really successful gangster internally, you're saying? Not in sense
No. He is the kleptocratic system is the reason why the Russian people depend on oil and gas. I mean, give you a simple example. Israelis have found huge amounts of gas, or rather, an enterprising Bible-reading Americans who showed up found huge amounts of gas. This gas is a lot of gas Israel has, and it's flowing, and the pipes have been built, and it's being sold to Jordan and Egypt of all places. Egyptian gas will arrive, but not yet. Yet, the role of gas in the Israeli economy is tiny, 2%. Why? Because in a proper country, the wealth is generated by the talent of the people. So the Israelis have a thousand internet companies that do everything and every other damn thing, and the oil and gas are insignificant. Given their number, and the Russians are the largest European people, and given their size and their talents and energies, oil and gas should account for 2% of the Russian GDP. And the Moscow government should be indifferent to oil and gas. Instead, it's central. Why? Because the kleptocracy strangles everything else. Absolutely everything.